Hey, I'm on my way to work. It's actually late. It's almost 10 o'clock. Because we had to come in so early yesterday, we had to be there before 8:30. Because the buses took us at 8:30. We got to come at 10 today, which is exciting. So this first video, this video anyway, will be about my Sunday, which was an experience with a capital E. Sometimes I wonder if, I'm encountering one of those sell you things trucks. Yay. Or maybe this one's a take your things truck. So, I don't know if it's, genetic. If we just draw the weird people to us. That was me putting on gloves. Or what, but, weird. Okay. So, the preface to this story, the backstory, I guess, which I didn't know was relevant until part 3, is that, in March, my friend Ashley moved out and she took a D10 visa, which means she gets 6 months to find a job, and it meant that she was going first to a gochiwan, which is basically a bed with a door, and she has no room for stuff, and then she was going back to the States. And then she came back here after 6 months exactly. But in the meantime, she needed somewhere to put her stuff for 6 months. I had an empty balcony. I said, sure, bring your boxes. She brought her boxes, and while we're moving in, we're speaking English, obviously. And one of my neighbors approaches us and says something in broken English, oh, you speak English? I'll stop by. I was weird, but okay, fine. She never does. Fine. Fast forward to last Thursday, a woman is coming out of my apartment building as I'm going in, so I don't punch in my door code. So I just go in. And I'm grabbing my mail and about to get on the elevator when she comes back in and asks me, do you live here? Which I figure is a reasonable question, being that possibly she hasn't seen me before, and I'm foreign, and I just came in without actually punching a code, grabbed somebody's mail. I could see why she might be suspicious. So yes, I live here. I live in 301. And then she asks me, when are you home? And I'm like, I say, I work, but I'm home on the weekends. And then I'm starting to think that maybe she wants me to tutor her or her child or something. Tell her home after 10 o'clock. When do you wake up? I said I wake up at 10 o'clock. Or I'll be up before 10 o'clock, fine, whatever. Saturday, I'll be home. I'll be up before 10 o'clock. Saturday, I set an alarm, wake up at 9:45. Nothing. Finally, I have to leave at 10:30. So I have a friend help me write and translate a note for the door that I tape on my door that says, hey, sorry, I had to leave. Not saying you were late and I woke up for nothing. Hey, sorry, I had to leave. Find me on Cacao. Here's my ID. Tape it to my door. I come back. Hours later, the note's still there. No one has contacted me on Cacao. Fine. Sunday at 10:15, which I wasn't expecting because I thought she was coming Saturday, I wake up to the doorbell. This woman is at my door. And I still, don't really know why we're interacting. Don't really have any context for this. So I enter the door, and mind you, of course, I'm entirely asleep. Physically, I'm upright in front of the door with my glasses on and in pajamas. Brain? No. None. And she's asking me, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry I woke you up, and I'm trying to blow it off, oh, no, you didn't wake me up. I always look like this. I don't know. And she asked me, oh, are you hungry? And I'm like, no? She's like, when will you eat lunch? And I'm like, I don't know, whenever I'm hungry. I'm not grasping the social nuances of these questions. Really having a very thick morning. So finally, we say I'll go over to her apartment, 304 at 2 o'clock. Fine. Go over to her apartment at 2 o'clock. In the meantime, I woke up, washed my face, got actually dressed. So 2 o'clock comes, I go to her apartment, and okay. Ryan's, all right, there you go, not dead. And she asked me in, We have tea. She offers me cookies that she said were gross, and indeed were disgusting, absolutely vile. They're like, I don't think there was any sugar in them or any flour. I don't know what they were. And we're chatting. When are you free? So I still think, like, she's trying to figure out my schedule, so I still think she's trying to propose a time for tutoring. She lives alone. She has a husband, but he's, like, in the UN or in the army. It's not really clear because her English isn't amazing. So, of course, I'm only understanding 2/3 of what's happening. I'm almost at work, and probably I need to go in soon. So I'm gonna actually stop this video here at part, I don't know, 4 of it, and try and pick up later. Good luck!